We begin to understand that the realm of the impossible is our playground. As it came out earlier, the realm of the impossible is our playground, and our playground. That play and prayer are based almost synonymous, because when you're really playing, and we're going to get to that in a little bit, there's no attachment to an outcome. You're just in the moment. In prayer, there's no attachment to the outcome. It's a joyful realization of that which has already happened, and it bursts into expression as who and what you really are. You are here to live in the realm of what the world calls impossible. What the world calls impossible. You know what that spells? I'm possible. So what the world calls impossible is where spiritual adepts live. And if you are not living in that particular realm, then you are coasting. It's not a sin, it's not evil. You're just coasting in your incarnation. You're just playing within the status quo. You're playing in what was happening. Do you realize society is simply an artifact of previously held worldviews? That's what society is. That's what civilization is. It's an artifact of previously held worldviews that have condensed themselves into time and space and have become a part of the world of phenomena, and people just kind of boom, are born into it, and they just walk into it. They try to fit into it. You did not come here for that, not as a spiritual being. You came to break free from that and to bring that which the world calls impossible into manifestation as your very life and being. You remember Lewis Carroll's a great classic, Alice in Wonderland, where the queen is telling to Alice, Alice is saying something about something's impossible, and the queen says to Alice, listen, we would consider at least 5 impossible things every day before breakfast. Now that's a dynamic spiritual practice, to actually think about, include, embrace that which the world calls impossible every single day of your life, so that you're constantly stretching the point of view, the thinking, the paradigm that you're now living in. You're now going into the realm of the unknown, in the realm of that which hasn't happened yet, the realm of that which hasn't been seen yet. That's where you are living. You don't want to be stuck in time and space. You don't want to be stuck in the artifact of a civilization that's still living in points of view and worldviews that are limiting, that are not embracing the cosmology of oneness and unity and wholeness. No, stop. Okay, a lot of no's were coming out on that particular time. Like, no, you don't want to be living there. You want to embrace the impossible. Check yourself. How often do you seek to accomplish something that you already know you can do? How often do you go for something that you already know you can accomplish? There's nothing wrong with that. That's not a sin. But your soul is longing for a sweet release of that inner splendor of something that hasn't happened before. For you to go for something that you are not perhaps mastering right now. Perhaps there's some area of your life that you want to master, something that you want to learn, something that you want to add to your life essence that isn't there yet. And you can begin, your mind will say, well, that's impossible, I'm too old to do that, I can't do that, I don't come from the right background, or whatever the case may be. And that's where you start. It seems to be impossible until you do it. And then that becomes where you live. So catch this. The spiritual adepts, and I'm talking to you. I'm not talking about somebody sitting on the mountain, crossed legs, contemplating their navel. I'm talking about you, sitting right there in your own underwear. You are a spiritual adept. You are having a spiritual practice. And you are to somewhere, some kind in your mind, begin to entertain what appears to be impossible in your own life and in the life of the global community. Where is there a hard, condensed thought worldview that has become so stagnant that everyone believes that that's just the way it is and that's just the way it's always going to be? Someone opened up and allowed so many things that we take for granted now, they were impossible at one time. Now, how do we get there? We make up how-tos along the way in order to hijack our mind from the realm of the possible as the only place in which we live. And so our movement today is moving from what if to what is. Take the leap. And so we're inviting ourselves to use the technology of what if. You know, what if everything is working together for our good? What if everything that seems to be happening to us is really happening for us? What if the entire cosmos is within us and seeking to escape? What if the gifts of divinity are now being stirred into activity that I may express myself better than ever? What if I am duly and divinely supported by a progressive, friendly universe that is on my side all the time? What if the entire presence of God loves me as if I am the only being that exists? Because I am, because there's only one of us here that is revealing itself as multiplicity and infinity. What if my body was impervious to all disease? What if every time I needed something, it showed up before I asked? If you begin to come from the technology of what if, but your what ifs is an affirmative possibility, it leads to an affirmative scenario, then you'll find yourself coming out of the old what ifs. What if this bad thing happens? How am I going to handle it if this bad thing happens? How am I going to handle it if this bad thing happens? Your mind then becomes prepared to the so-called bad thing that's happening because you're prepared for that. Many people are prepared for worst case scenarios. I'm not advocating against non-preparation in your life. I'm advocating for vibrational preparation for the good in your life. Why? Because some people can't handle the answered prayer that they're now praying for. They can't vibrationally handle it. If it were to suddenly happen, they would blow it. Oh my God, this is too good to be true. Oh no, this is really happening. This is too much money. I got to spend it in 5 years and be broke again. Listen, you want to vibrationally prepare yourself for the good that's trying to rush through you. What if I could handle the dynamic energy of the presence moving through me?